What's up everyone, it's Kira1Death here with another video, and today I want to bitch about Facebook. Why? Because Facebook, in my opinion, has turned to shit now. And we can all blame Mark Zuckerberg for that shit. No, I'm just kidding, but still, you can blame him for the majority of the crap that is Facebook now. Although, I'm not going to be talking about, stuff like the updates and the network itself, because really, who hasn't talked about those? Especially the updates. I'm not going to bitch about the updates because there's really nothing you can do about them. They're just eventually going to force it on you like they forced their last update on you in early 2011. So that's why I always switch to timeline, because, hey, they're eventually going to force it on us later on eventually. But I'm not here to talk about the Facebook network. No, instead, I'm going to be talking about the Facebook community and why I think it's completely stupid. You see, the majority of the Facebook community now is pretty much the entire MySpace community that crossed over, meaning that it's mostly filled with emos and scene kids and your wannabe thugs and wiggers. They have all come to Facebook and completely raped and sodomized everything that was likable about it with their shitty updates and their pretentious photos. A lot of you try to come off as deep and intellectual, but how am I supposed to take you seriously when you look like this? Or this. Or even this. Or oh god, what? Oh, jeez. Get out of here. Oh my god. You look like Chucky if you decided to go emo. Ugh. Anyways. Some of the statuses that these people post are just flat out stupid. They just make you want to facepalm. Let me give you a few examples of some of the crap that these people post. Listening to Hawthorne Heights, crying my eyes out, because my baby girl blocked me after saying this to me on the phone last night. I'm on the other line with someone important, and I say, I love you, and she hangs up without saying I love you back. Grr, I hate life so much. Girls just seem to care about sweet, sensitive, romantic guys. And that right there, my friends, is a hopeless, pussy-whooped, emo, love-sick child. Now, don't give me any bullshit saying, oh, you're such an asshole picking on people who just got cheated on. Trust me, if you knew people like this, like I do, you would know that they post a status up about every week because they get in a relationship about every week, and then they end up getting cheated on, because their whole concept of love is nothing more than a shallow infatuation. And another thing that really irritates me is when people will post up a status saying, oh, I'm so pissed off and really depressed. My day was so horrible. I just want to die. And then you'll have someone come along and ask, what's wrong? And then you'll hear them say, don't want to talk about it. Well, if you're so mad, then why did you even bother posting a status if you know people are going to comment on that and ask what's wrong? It's only common sense, right? It really just irritates me when people do this. It's just an obvious way to get attention, to get people to feel sympathy for you. If you were really that upset, you would have thought things through and gone into your solitude, not posted on Facebook. If you don't want to talk about it, then don't post it. Plain and simple. Now, let's talk about the other annoying stuff that people post, like the TBH and the LMS statuses, aka the to be honest and the like my status updates. Pretty much, someone will post a status saying, like this and I'll tell you what I think of you. Someone likes it, you go to their wall and post, TBH, this is what I think of you. Something like, TBH, I always really liked you, or TBH, I always really thought you were a pain in the ass, or TBH, we should hang out more, or TBH, I've always wanted to have sex with your sister, next post, TBH, I really did have sex with your sister. Now, the reason I hate these so much is because to tell people to like your status just so you can tell them what you honestly think about them, it's pretty downright despicable. And I know that most of the posts are just typical things that you could tell anybody face to face, like, oh, I think you're cute, or I think you're a good friend, stuff like that, but that's not always the case. But when the person's actually posting something that they honestly think of someone, and they have to wait for someone to like their status for them to do that, that's the part that I think is despicable. And it's just downright lazy too. I mean, why can't you just tell these people face to face? Actual verbal communication? But no. We live in a society where we just sit on our fat asses and communicate with each other through a virtual world. And here all this time, I thought the perfect way to get close to someone was to actually talk to them through communication. But no, you just post on their wall on Facebook. Now for the lick my sack, like my status updates. Now, the LMS statuses are pretty much just another way to whore yourself out on Facebook. They're just another way for people to garner attention and make them feel better about themselves. Most of the statuses that these people post are just nonsensical things that no one should really give a crap about. It's times like these where a dislike button would come in real handy. Oh, I would abuse the living shit out of that thing. I'd probably be disliking every single status that pop up in my newsfeed. It'd be something like this.
I just got back from the grocery store. Like my status?
Dislike. And then bam, millions upon millions are butthurt. At least that's not as bad as what we had this month. The whole Valentine's Day is coming up. Post the number. That kind of bullshit. That shit was so fucking stupid. Really. Seriously, what do you people hope to achieve by posting a status that corresponds to some mindless hope? Are you just sitting there at your computer going like,
I hope someone messages me a tear. I hope someone thinks I'm cute. I hope somebody loves me. Why won't someone love me? I'm lonely.
Really, at the end of the day, what are these things gonna matter? Because they're just stupid, honestly. And Facebook is a reflection on our American culture, so it really shows how disappointing we are when we can't even communicate with each other face to face and actually have verbal communication, as human beings should. No, we gotta sit behind a screen and communicate with each other virtually. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I do have a Facebook. Don't call me a hypocrite, because I have a right to express my opinion on what I think is bullshit. And I have never once, nor will I ever, post any of these stupid Facebook games. I will never ask somebody to like my status, nor will I ever ask someone to like my status so I can tell them what I honestly think about them, because I find it better to be truthful with someone from the very start. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, you got to like my status so I can, tell you what I think of you. You just tell them what you honestly think of them, and then if they can't respect your honest opinion, then let them go. Who needs them? You just keep the ones who can respect your honesty, and move on. But I'm just rambling on now, so I think I'm going to cut the video here. So yeah, this is me, Cure One Death, signing out. Peace.